It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really do appreciate your time. I wanted to come on here and really quickly talk about this topic of Megan Thee Stallion and these super uber bothered Beckys who really feel ways about the fact that the same man that dated one of them wants to date Megan Thee Stallion as well. And I believe one of them is a porn star, which is truly wild, but I'll get into that later. But I'm gonna play the clip and then I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Megan Thee Stallion is dating the NBA player Torrey Craig. I find it interesting that she's dating another Torrey, but that's besides the point. She's with Torrey Craig, and recently there has been a picture floating online of them together. Megan also posted a video of them together last year, and she has been attending his games. So it seems like they've been going strong for a little while. However, Torrey Craig's other women started coming out, including one lady named Jasmine Elizabeth. Now, she put it on blast that Torrey was cheating on Megan with her, and she posted the receipts as well. They've been actually talking since 2023, and their latest interaction was in late December. She asked him, "Oh, you got a boo?" And he said, "Me, myself, and I." So he denied being in a relationship. Not only that, another one of his girls who claimed she was an ex-girlfriend named Olivia Davis came out and talked about Torrey's relationship with Megan.
Isn't that Olivia's ex?
Do I start the one where my ex is dating the Megan, or was it the Megan Stallion? What's her name?
Meg the Stallion.
Meg the Stallion. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
So I saw this.
Yes.
Me and Eva, we were sitting in bed scrolling on TikTok, and we're scrolling. Meg the Stallion pops up with some guy, and Eva's like, "Isn't that Olivia's ex?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, his name's Torrey, right?"
Yep.
Not Tory Lanez, a different Tory.
Yeah, not that one. Just imagine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't even get mad though, because it's like, damn, like that's kind of a flex, you know? Like
Yeah.
I can't even be mad at that at all, because like
I just wonder what his type is, because you guys dated, then he was talking to other girls when he was talking to you, and like they all look
very
like
similar. Like
you
we
guys.
all looked, yeah.
So I'm just curious what his type is.
What I've learned in my 29 years, men don't have a type. They like whatever they like. It could be a wide range.
Now, I will say I had some issue with this conversation, not so much with what the girl on the right said, because she was being honest about her experience with some men in the industry. A lot of them don't have a type because they like a variety. They sleep around. So that is true in some respects. But the one on the left, I think her name is Lana Rhodes. She was really puzzled that Torrey was dating someone like Megan. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And also, Olivia was throwing shade, pretending not to know how to pronounce Megan's name. I mean, just the undertones of it just seems like these girls could not believe that Torrey was into black women. And they got some backlash for it. And I believe one of the co-hosts named Lana tried to explain it, but her explanation didn't help.
Like, if you looked at all of these women that my friend was showing me that he was talking to at the time, you would think that they all were the same person. That's how similar they looked. It wasn't a difference in skin color. It was literally carbon copies of each other. And so for me, if I'm seeing that he's choosing to spend time with and hook up with a very specific type of girl, and it appears that that's his type, and then all of a sudden he has someone that benefits him more, and his type switches drastically, to me that's a red flag. And so I was just putting that out there so that she knew it.
This explanation didn't really make it any better, because Lana is basically admitting that there's no way Torrey could be attracted to somebody like Megan. He's only with her for her money and fame. And that's simply not true.
Okay, so you saw that clip. This is something that I try to express on my channel that while Black women loudly and in a more focused manner, whether it's through articles put out every other year and other forms of media who over the year have absolutely elevated white women and made them seem like they were the ones that we should all be jealous of, that we should all care about. All of that is done intentionally because the reality of the situation is, despite the beauty hierarchy that has been put in place that we are all supposed to follow, Black women, as well as other races of women, seem to prevail, and our beauty seems to prevail regardless, because us existing is the proof that that hierarchy is incorrect. So a lot of times, even though Black women are told we are not desirable, no one wants us, we are the least desirable, all of that rhetoric, the reality is there's too many examples of white women in particular trying to mimic us, being inspired by our beauty aesthetics, trying to play with our beauty aesthetics, trying to use our beauty aesthetics, quite literally thinking that if they procreate with our men, that they will get some of our beauty and be able to mix it with theirs. It's too obvious at this point. I really want the Black women listening to the sound of my voice to understand that regardless of, like I said, all the concentrated intentional effort to make us feel less than, the reality is we typically are the beauty standard. We typically are what everyone else is copying, whether we're dark skin, brown skin, or light skin. We are typically what everyone else is copying. And it's not lost on me that the pictures that everyone is using and everyone is circulating with Megan and her new boyfriend, a lot of them she's wearing a huge afro wig in them. But like I said, a lot of times Black women are absolutely the one that everyone is copying. Whether it's how we wear our hair, how we do our makeup, the type of figure that we stereotypically have, everyone's typically trying to copy us. And what I really need you to understand is that white women in particular, while they don't get online and they don't comment in our comment sections all the time, unless they're saying racist Karen things, they are still watching. They're lurking. They're scrolling through our reels. They're watching our makeup tutorials. They're watching. They are watching. They're watching because they're checking on our competition. Yeah, I said it. They are checking on their competition. And because white men have told white women that you are the pinnacle of beauty, you are the beauty standard, you are the most important. And unfortunately, a lot of other men of different races have agreed, including Black men. White women think that, genuinely believe that, okay, well, I know they're saying I'm this, I'm saying I'm that, and I'm going to absolutely hold on to my position. I'm going to posture as if I believe that's true. But I'm sure deep down a lot of white women know that that's not true. They know that. And so it comes out every now and then when white women are on podcasts, sitting amongst their friends, and they think what they're saying is harmless. However, what actually revealed is that they're jealous. And to be honest, the basketball player Tory, he could have absolutely said disparaging things about Black women to the white woman that he was dating at the time. I wouldn't put it past him. Now, I believe one of those podcast hosts is a porn star. I think her name is Lana Rhodes. I think she's a porn star or a retired porn star. That alone shows you how gassed up some white women are, that even as someone who does porn or did porn, they still think that they are better. They still think that they are potentially better than just a regular Black woman. And this is what I mean when I tell Black women, like, it's already ridiculous out here. It's already absurd due to social media. So many of our perceptions have already been distorted. There's no reason for you to keep subjecting yourself to the same beauty standards that make you feel lesser. You might as well go on ahead and change your whole mentality and act as if you are at the standard anyway, as you are. Because it doesn't matter. If everyone else can get on social media and say and do whatever they want, why can't we? Why do we have to keep perpetuating or feeling as though we are less when it's just not true? Like, again, because white women do not get on the internet and openly talk about their insecurities in comparison to black women the way black women do, we think it's not happening. But that would absolutely be incorrect. Now, I'm hyper aware of it because I'm a retired commercial print model. And so what that means is I was around a lot of white women of all different ethnic backgrounds, and based off of the way they treated me and how often I felt like I would run into slight sabotage or attempted sabotage or dirty looks or them trying to set me up to be harmed, like, as many times as I absolutely ran into that, most of the people who were trying to actively harm me or sabotage me or make me look bad, it wasn't other black models. It wasn't other models of color. It was white models. I would come on set for the day and they would notice that I'm there. And either they heard about me or they didn't know much about me. And then once I got on set and I started to, it was my turn to have my photos taken, and I would get compliments and they would see, how I know my angles. That's typically where the switch will happen. I never forget one time I was on set. It was for a hair company like Pantene or something like that. And I had to lean on like an armrest and like a light box. That's how typically beauty portraits are shot. I don't know if they're shot the same now, but back then that's how they were shot. So I had to lean on a light rest and I had to like angle my shoulder towards the camera and kind of look, 3/4 of the way. And I was literally standing there taking pictures, and directly off to the side, there was 2 white girls that were watching me do my photo shoot. And they were saying like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to do so much work to retouch her pictures. Oh my gosh, why does her nose look so big? Oh my god, do you see this? Like, you see how big her forehead is? Oh my god, these black girls. Oh my gosh, like, what is she like, literally just going on and on and on and on and on. Now this was like in the early 2000s, so people, people were not concerned about being politically correct. People were not concerned about your feelings. So it's very much possible that the photographer, the creative director, the makeup artist, everyone who was on set at the time that possibly was hearing them say these things absolutely knew what they were saying. But they didn't do anything to protect me or to stop them or to reprimand them. So I had to keep pushing through, giving angles, showing up with confidence on my face. I had to model as 2 women were actually attacking me and putting me down the whole time. Literally. And not let any of that show up on my face. So I just want black women to know that, yes, white women are jealous of you. Yes, white women want to look like you in some aspects. And let's be clear, white women will always want to hold on to their whiteness. Because whiteness, the perception of whiteness, the value of whiteness globally, the status of whiteness is important. And they know it. That's why a lot of these white liberals, they'll talk all this shit. They'll run their mouths. But at the end of the day, if you ask them, if you died today, would you rather come back as a white person or a black person? Many of them will still want to come back as a white person because they don't want to lose their whiteness. Yes, that's true. However, like I say all the time, 2 things can be true at the same time. So white women absolutely want to hold on to their whiteness. But at the same time, they understand that there is a unique beauty that black women have that seem to attract everybody despite the misrepresentations of that. And that black women take over just about every platform in terms of when it comes to beauty and aesthetics. And that we can do our hair any kind of way and it still looks beautiful. We can do our makeup just about any kind of way and it still looks beautiful. There's so many different things that we do the way we do them, and it's attractive. Black women can wear a straight wig, I mean bone straight wig, and it looks beautiful. Black women can wear locks and it looks beautiful. Black women can wear a huge afro. Like, there's so many different looks that we can actually represent. There's so many types of aesthetics that we can encompass, and we slay each and every one. So understand that is valuable too. And I think that is why white women believe that we are their competition. Deep down, they understand it. They know it's so. That's all I have to say on this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.